Everyone, welcome back to Continental Food and Cake TV. If it's your first time here, you are highly welcome. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to bake tilapia fish in the oven that is moist, delicious and yummy. And you can see how colorful this looks. You have all the seasoning, the garnishing, the yellow pepper from the green to the yellow. How beautiful, how gorgeous this is looking. So if you're interested in knowing how I make this, please keep watching. If you're new here, you've not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload, you will not miss it. So let's get started. So I have my tilapia fish that is washed, clean, and I made an incision to help the marinade go into the fish. So I have one fish, I cut them into two, so that makes it 8 pieces. With all the fish, I made an incision to help the spices and all the seasoning that I'm going to use to get into the fish or penetrate into the fish. And my fish has been washed, clean, and is a frozen fish. I couldn't get fresh fish to buy in my area where I live, so it's a frozen fish from the fridge but clean. Next, I have all the seasoning that I'm going to use to marinate the tilapia fish, and I'm going to start with the salt. Salt, half a teaspoon, non-chicken half, smoked paprika 1 teaspoon, curry powder 1 teaspoon, then I have the ginger 1 teaspoon, onion powder 1 teaspoon, then chicken flavor or chicken powder 1 teaspoon. You can use any chicken flavor that you have at home. Then I have the hot chili, grounded hot chili, which is optional, you don't have to use this, 1 teaspoon, black pepper 1 teaspoon, then I have the minced herb. These are all the seasoning and spices I'm going to use for marinade. Olive oil to mix. So next I'm going to be mixing all the seasoning and spices, and with a spoon I'm going to do that, and this is my favorite thing to do. I love mixing spices like this, mixing them together, seeing them mixing really well. There's this joy I get in doing this. I love it. So next I'm going to grab the light olive oil, and I'm going to take a spoon and pour in 4 tablespoons of the light olive oil into all the spices and seasoning. I'm going to make a paste out of this, just 4 tablespoons of it. You can use olive oil if that's what you have. So I'm going to mix until it's well combined, and I'm going to use it to marinate the tilapia fish. After mixing, I'm going to keep it aside. Next, I have the tilapia fish in a tray. So what I'm going to do now is to marinate the tilapia fish with all the spices and the seasoning that I mix with the light olive oil. I'm going to use it to rub around the fish in and out. I'm going to use my clean hand to do that. My hands are clean. Please, you can wear your hand glove if you're scared of the heat from the hot chili. Please wear your gloves, but I'm fine doing it with my hands. So with my hands, I'm going to really rub that spices or the marinade into the fish, and you can see the incision there. So I'm going to make sure that all the spices get into the fish. Rub it around all the fish, and I'm going to be doing it one by one. Rub. This is going to give you the tilapia fish taste. It's going to add flavor and taste to the tilapia fish. So rub, marinate. Shower the tilapia fish with all the seasoning, the spices. So after marinating the tilapia fish, you can keep it in the fridge to rest, or even do it a day before. That will help the marinade get into the fish the more. But your girl has no time, I'm hungry, so this is going straight to the oven, and this is what it looks like after marinating it. So to bake the fish, I'm using a baking rag. I'm not grilling my fish. I don't grill my fish, I bake my fish, and I'm going to show you the trick on how to bake your fish and still get your fish moist. So you see the baking rag. If you put your fish straight in that baking rag, what will happen is that when you put it in the oven, all the juices from the fish will leak out from the fish. That makes your fish dry. So we are not going to be doing that today. So today we'll have the foil where we're going to put on top of the baking rag, then have a parchment paper on top of it. The parchment paper is going to help the fish come out smooth and easy when you bring it out from the oven, because when you use the foil paper, you find it difficult to get your fish off from the foil paper. And also with the parchment paper and the foil paper together, there's no way for the juice that come out of the fish to leak out while in the oven baking. So that is what is going to keep the tilapia fish moist in the oven while baking. So I'm going to transfer all the fish into the baking rack, and while doing that I'm going to leave a space in between them so that they can breathe and also bake really nice. So this is the technique and the secret on how to get your fish baked and come out moist. Because when the juice come out from this tilapia fish, it's going to go back to the tilapia fish, keeping the fish moist. It's like science. I wish I'm a scientist, but I'm not. But anyway, I'm a scientist in the kitchen. So I'm going to put this in the oven now, 200 degree, until it bakes till golden brown. Depending on your oven, this will take between 40 to 45 minutes. But remember, you can still marinate this in the fridge. But I'm not doing that. I'm hungry. It's Sunday. I need to eat. And one more thing, please, when putting your tilapia fish in the oven, put your tilapia fish in the center of the oven shell. This is going to help it bake really, really well. And the setting that I'm using to bake this is where the heat is up and down, because I'm not going to be flicking this. The fish is going to bake up and down without me flicking it over until it turns golden brown, depending on your oven, 40 to 45 minutes. The tilapia fish is in the oven baking, but while it's baking in the oven, I'll go ahead and make the garnishing to garnish the fish. And these are all the ingredients I'm going to use to garnish the fish, because you need to garnish the fish. So in here I have the yellow pepper. This is yellow bell pepper. It looks like orange, but it's yellow. Green, red. I have some spring onion, one large onion chopped, and scotch bonnet, which is optional. You don't have to use this, but I like my tilapia hot and spicy. Here I have the non-cube, which I'm using half, minced herb, half a teaspoon, ginger powder, half a teaspoon, curry powder, half a teaspoon, and garlic, half a teaspoon, and salt for taste, and dark soy sauce. Very important if you're making fish. Light olive oil. To make the garnishing for the tilapia fish, I have my pan heating up in a medium high. To that, I'm going to add light olive oil. And I'm going to be pouring about 2 to 3 tablespoons of light olive oil. You can use olive oil if that's what you have, or vegetable oil. So after that, I'm going to be adding the onion in, one large onion that I cut. I'm going to give that a very good mix, or stir it in and allow it to fry for about 1 to 2 minutes before adding other ingredients. It's been 2 minutes and I'm going to add all the pepper, from the scotch bonnet to the bell peppers, from the green, yellow, red, leaving the spring onion behind for now. And after adding that, I'm going to mix it with the onion, mix it really, really well. After mixing that, I'm going to add all the seasoning, non-chicken, minced herb, curry powder, ginger powder, garlic powder, and salt. After adding that, I'm also going to mix it together again. Mix until the onion, the pepper, the spices, the seasoning, all of it is well combined. After that, to take this to another level, I'm going to be adding dark soy sauce, about a teaspoon of dark soy sauce. This is going to take this to another level, change the taste, change the flavor. You need to try this. Whenever you're making fish, try add soy sauce. It makes a whole lot of difference. So I'm going to really mix that in. My kitchen is blowing up. This smells so nice. The smell that is coming out of all this pepper, all the ingredients, it smells amazing. I'm just enjoying the aroma, the smell. It just smells so nice. Next, I'm going to add the spring onion, which I like to add last, because adding it last is going to stop it from over frying. And with this stir fry that I'm making to garnish the tilapia fish, you want all the pepper, the onion, you want it crunchy. You don't want to over fry this. So when I add my spring onion, I would like to turn the heat off, because even when your heat is off, you're still going to be frying for another 2 to 3 minutes. So turning the heat off. It's going to keep it crunchy, so I'm going to leave this aside, then mix it with the tilapia fish. So this is the tilapia fish straight from the oven. I'll pick one of it. It's still warm, not too hot. So did you see that? It's not dry. You can see the still is moist. It's not dry inside. If you see, it's not dry. Look at the back. Baked really well. And the reason why it's not dry is because the juice was still in the fish. There's no way for the juice to escape. If you can see, there's no juice there. That is why it's not dry. If I had put it in the baking rag, all the juice will just leak out from the fish, and that makes your fish dry. But baking it in a parchment paper is going to retain the juice, so the juice from the fish will still go back to the fish, keeping it moist, and that is why the fish is moist. You can see how moist it is. It's not dry. So I'm going to mix it with the garnish. I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to mix it with the garnish, but because it's fish, I don't want to do it in the pot, because if you mix it in the pot, the fish might break, and I don't want to lose the shape of the fish. So I'm going to garnish it in the plate here. I'll place about 3 of the fish here. Just place 3. Then I'll scoop a tablespoon of the garnishing, spray it on top of it, just garnish it here. It's still going to taste yummy. I do that because I don't want to lose that shape of the fish. Then bring another fish, put it here, put it here. I'm trying to spread it around. Did you see that? Beautiful. Then garnish it the more. Yes. Just spray it on top of it. This is the finished result. This is how the tilapia fish looks, that is well garnished with lots of spices, peppers, onion. Beautiful, delicious. You need to try this. This is yumminess upon yumminess. So delicious. If you've not tried making your tilapia fish, please try this recipe and you will not make your tilapia fish any other way. This tastes so delicious. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming back. To the old subscribers, to the new subscribers, thank you so much. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you try making this, please tag me on Instagram, continentalfood.cake. For all the ingredients that I used today in making this tilapia fish, I'm going to list on the description box, so please check that out. Do not forget to like this video, press the like button and write me a comment down there. I would love to read your comment. I love you all. To my old subscribers, to the new subscribers, thank you so much. Love you all, and I will see you in another one. Bye bye.